Good morning, afternoon, and night, everyone. For legal reasons, I do know where you live, and I'm gonna talk about UPSR and why you should always listen clearly to the teachers, and why you should always have some knowledge of magnets in your life. Absolutely incredible. Now, if you didn't know, UPSR is a national examination by Malaysia that's for every single Malaysian 12-year-olds. And recently, it was, okay, maybe not recently, it was like 3 years ago. But recently, it was cancelled for being too stressful to those set minor, which was kind of bad. Kind of made those 6 years worthless. Well, it was kind of a big thing back then. As important as us, the children, actually took it. Because back then we were too busy like trying to get out of school and sticking our boogers in our mouth. Back when I was a kid, there was a game I used to play called Heping Singing. I don't know what's the English name, but that's what the Chinese name is. I used to play it every day with my friends. I was way too preoccupied with that. Back then I used to live with my grandma, right? And okay, yeah, that's great. Not at all. For the next 6 years, I only knew my room and the internet and Undertale. That's in hindsight. That's probably why I can handle not being outside for like months at a time. Now, my grandma was Chinese, and being Chinese, that put a lot of pressure on me to study. And with a lot of pressure, I didn't want to study, and in turn, that made my grades fall down. And my grandma was fucking pissed. In hindsight, she did raise me and stuff. Anyways, fast forward to UPSR. I still didn't know any knowledge on like the importance of UPSR. I just treated it like any other exam. I did study, but like. And there's this one memory that keeps living rent-free, like from way back then, like around when I was Form 1 or 2. Basically, the memory is that my science teacher told us to study magnetism, and my mushy little brain thought that he said magnetism is going to come out. Well, when the paper came through, my heart literally fell when I saw magnets. My heart was thumping like a drum. My knees were weak. My mom was spaghetti. Every other negative analogy. Like, yeah, I didn't study that much, but like I studied everything but magnetism. Fair. I am kinda, voice is so damn right. I am a bit exaggerating because like I didn't really feel that much heartbreak. As I said, I was a kid. I didn't know the importance. I was only like, oh no. And she was after like every damn result. After we go to school, get my results, she would start yelling at me at home, saying that my grades are trash. And I'm gonna be honest, okay, the Chinese translation, I couldn't read any of them at all. Like, even though I was at a Chinese school, I couldn't read any Chinese translation. Well, okay, yeah, that is kind of justified, but like, I was a kid back then. My brain hasn't even developed. Now, about 2 or 3 months later, after holiday, I got my results back, and it was pretty standard, 3 A's, B's, and 1 D, which the D is obviously my Chinese. And for UPSR, I barely passed, so obviously I was like pretty happy for that. And my family, they had a different reaction to my like grades. When it reached my family, they were like happy, like very happy. They were happy. Obviously, I'm happy as well. And that was the first time like I've ever been called smart by my family. Usually I was called like a dumbass, a loiter around, any other negative adjective. And obviously I felt pretty bad about that. So having something to like boost my fragile ego hit me was pretty happy about that. And that kind of set the precedent of my future right now. Because of that, I started studying. And I started getting good grades. Now, my mom told me it was because my cousin got terrible marks on their UPSR. Like, even though I had like private tuition, private schooling, parents, they still did pretty bad. Like, a dumbass kid like me outperformed people who actually had resources. And obviously, I didn't buy that one bit. Like, I don't know my cousin's academic situation up until now because they're usually close about it. But I don't think that they actually did that bad. It's probably an over-exaggeration by my mother or something because, like, okay, let's face it. I was a kid with an iPad. There were kids with family and, like, money. How could I do better than them? Well, long shot. That it seemed impossible to me. But like from that point on, it kind of shaped my whole personality, which I touched upon just now. It kind of shaped my whole personality. I won't say that it was a good shift in personality. You know, like in like from year 6, the end of year 6, I was like, I am sapiosexual. Now, the moral of the story is, you're probably not as dumb as you think you are. You probably haven't received the validation that you're as smart as you are. And oh, magnets? They're still my arch nemesis. Like, okay, for real. Form 5 physics magnetism, electromagnetism is not easy. Okay, that's all. Goodbye.